Hello, it's Sunday afternoon. We got good from hitting that 100K. Please hit that like and subscribe button for us. There's Odie. He's getting a drink. Dakota, get away from the tomato plants. Come on, Dakota. And also, I've got myself a beverage here. I've got Verner's, folks, if you're not from this area. Verner's is the very first ginger ale ever, and once you drink Verner's, you cannot stand Canadian Dry. Canadian Dry ginger ale is junk. Hey, JK, how have you been? How's the pup? We're only 48 away from hitting that 100K mark. I got myself a beverage out here with me. I've got a Verner's ginger ale. I enjoy Verner's. And if you've never had Verner's, once you do have Verner's, you'll never, ever, ever go back and have that junk called Canadian Dry. What are you doing? Are you growling at Odie? She's almost right on my lap, JK. She's right up here. Because she knows I have cookies, don't I? Do I have cookies? Does Daddy have cookies? Look at that innocent face. Step back. Does Daddy have cookies? You like cookies, don't you? Do you like cookies? What? Odie says, I like cookies, Dad. Do you like cookies? What, Odie? Do you like cookies too? And JK, I was telling you about the biscuits that I buy at Menards. If Odie, if I can get to them, she's pressing on them. I'll show you how big they are once I get Dakota back. Stay. Look at the size of that biscuit. No, Daddy didn't tell you could have it. Set. Set. What? What? You want this? You want this? Tell JK hello. Tell him hello. I mean, those biscuits are huge. And you hear what they do for them. They're not spoiled at all. Hey, JK, did you happen to catch the short that I put up of Dakota sleeping or taking a nap yesterday with her paws directly in the air? If you didn't take a look at it. Dakota! Oh, I seen it. That's okay. I seen her. She's not going to get the next cookie, that's for sure. But Daddy has more cookies, Odie. Sit down. That was a bad girl. That was a bad girl. You stole your brother's biscuits. Yeah, she stole Odie's biscuit. She always does that. She'll hurry up and eat hers first and then go get the rest of it. Because he takes so long to eat. He's a good boy, though. I seen it, Ode. That wasn't fair, was it? She stole your biscuit. Huh? Dad knows. He's telling on her. He's sitting there kissing my hand. Are you a good boy, Odie? But I thought I would do a live leading up to squid show. I think she's scheduled at 7:25. So I thought I'd pop on and talk about a bunch of nothing. And you know how it goes on Sunday. But yeah, take a look at that video. It's quite hilarious. She sleeps with her feet straight up. I brought them out some water and I put it in the shade, but there's not a cloud in the sky now. It looked like it was going to rain earlier. I would have put the flag out. Trying to decide, what would you rather want to see? A video of me going to Lake Huron rock collecting? Because there are a lot of Great Lakes rocks and stones that are very, very collectible. And so I'm thinking about doing that. I'm also thinking about going to a apple cider mill and following them during the pressing of apples to make apple cider. And I would have used my other camera for this live, but I couldn't get it to connect to go live. It was weird. I don't know what I was doing that it wouldn't connect. It's the first time that it's ever not worked. Go potty. You go potty, big girl. Odie being a good boy, huh? I took a nap this afternoon and Odie jumped up there with me and he curled right up next to me while I took a nap, and he took one too. Since she stole Odie's, I gave Odie another one. Oh, you didn't get one, did you? I've actually got a hold of her collar so he can actually enjoy his treat. She stole half of his other one. What has Odie got? What has Odie got? What Odie got? Oh, Odie got a treat. See, you would have got another one, but you stole half of his. Yeah. Daddy seen you. You're a thief. Oh, dude, was that good? Odie, was that a good treat? As you see, he's making sure he didn't miss any crumbs. He loves his treat. So what's happening down in your world, JK, besides teaching your dog boundaries? Yeah, I had to literally, I have one of those step, like little ladders in my kitchen, and I had to put my garbage pail or my garbage on that when I first got Odie. It took him about 2 weeks before he realized that that was not where he needed to be. And if I left, I would always change out the garbage bag so there was no garbage left in the house. But with this monster, I started putting things on the fridge. So she learned to stand on her hind legs and reach up on the fridge. Huh. Didn't ya? I'll be glad when she is done with shedding. I'm done with long dog here for a while. Thank God she's been shedding for about 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks. So she's almost done. I did mow this little section here today that the dogs go into. I keep it short because ticks and fleas do not like short grass. And also, JK, with you having a pup, I would encourage you to start saving your coffee grounds and put them out on your lawn. They're actually beneficial to your lawn. And ticks and fleas do not like a strong smell. So they are beneficial to your lawn. Also, if you're having a cookout and you have a lot of flies and or mosquitoes, take those coffee grounds and put them in a fire, or get a little can and put them in it and catch them on fire, and then put it out. Just let them sit there and smolder. Mosquitoes don't like the smell of burning coffee. So used coffee grounds are very handy. And if you don't drink enough, go ask one of your local coffee shops if you bring in a 5-gallon pail with a lid and change out the pail every other day or every 2 days, they'll generally save them for you. Just a little hint. Yeah, just get them every day and put them out there in the lawn, and they're very beneficial and they're great for your lawn. Um, a lot of people don't know that, so just they're beneficial for the lawn and also help with mosquitoes. But like I said, we're just out here talking today, doing a lot before Squid goes on at 7:25 or something like that, I think she said. As you see, I've got cherry tomatoes coming on. They're turning red finally. I picked like 30 of them, when was that? 5 days ago, and took them over to my brother-in-law, the one that is suffering from 2 different types of cancer. He likes cherry tomatoes as a snack throughout the so. Oh, speaking of uh, mosquitoes, I think that's the county out here spraying. No, the neighbor on is zero turn. Yeah, that's my neighbor that's to my west about a quarter mile. He lives a quarter mile down to my west, and then about a half mile to my north, his brother that is mentally challenged has his own house, and so he must have been down there mowing. But that guy also, during the winter, when he goes down the plow, he has a tractor with a plow on it, and he plows out his drive, and then he goes down and plows out his brother. Even though his brother doesn't drive, he does have a golf cart, and his brother comes twice a day down to his place to take care of the chores. He takes care of the horses. Hey, Tammy, welcome. Just out here with the dogs doing a little bit of a live. We are officially 48 away from the 1,000th subscriber. So we're so close. And I've been trying to do more shorts and videos and did a live this morning, about a, I don't know, 20-minute live or so. But I thought I would come on before Squid and do a live. She's set to come on at 7:25, I do believe is what my notification said. So, yeah, I was just telling JK, if you drink coffee or you know someone that does, get those coffee grounds and put them in your lawn. Deer ticks and fleas do not like the smell of coffee grounds. Yes, 48 more to go. It's been a long road. And like I said, 48 more to go. Just like I said, I'm trying to decide what videos to do next month. I think I'm going to do the rock hunting video at Lake Huron next month, and also hit Uncle John's cider mill in St. John's. Yeah, without the filter. If you're having a cookout and you have mosquitoes or flies bugging you, take your coffee grounds, even with a filter, if you don't have a fire going, and put them in a tin can and catch the filter on fire. When the coffee grounds start burning, blow it out. Yeah, filtered coffee. If you have a filter on your coffee and you don't have a fire, you just catch the filter on fire. When the coffee grounds start to smoke, you blow out the flame, and it should go for an hour or so. Hey, when you're done weeding there, I have all these along that fence row. And you see that Dakota's sticking to me like glue because she knows I have treats. Does Daddy have treats? What do you say? What was that, Odie? Does Daddy have treats? Oh, Odie knows Daddy has treats. You love me, Dad. Dakota, does Daddy have treats? Ooh. Hush. Do you deserve one of these? Are you going to be a good girl? Odie. Stop. Are you going to be a good girl? You promise? What? Down. Sit. Are you going to be a good girl? You promise? You're not going to steal Odie's? You're going to be a good girl? You promise? Do you love Dad? Do you love Dad? Do you like your subscribers? You like the subscribers? Tell JK hello. Tell Tammy hello. Tell Tammy hello. And what I did there is gave Odie his first and let him finish it before she got hers. That way she's not going to steal it. Get some water, Ode. Get some water. Get some water, big boy. Get some water. Go get some water. Go potty. I'll put you on camera, Odie. You know I will. Yeah, JK, those tomato plants that I got from the nursery that they had not watered in a week, 2 of them actually have buds on them today. I brought them home and put them in some nice soil, and I built up the soil a little bit. I put some grit in there because I have it from the chickens, and also I put some oyster shells that I give the chickens. Oysters are full of calcium. So, and tomatoes love calcium. So I just build up the soil and threw them in there, watered it well, and off to the races. But yes, we are officially 48 away from hitting that 1,000 subscriber mark. And the short with Dakota with her taking her nap with the feet in the air is hilarious to watch because she actually licks her chops halfway through the short video. It's only like a 15-second video. Welcome to chat. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. We are 48 away from hitting that 1,000 mark. I was just telling JK that we're talking about, I'm thinking about going to Saginaw Bay, which is part of Lake Huron, and doing a rock collection video, and then doing Uncle John's cider mill. I did one last year there, but I think I'm going to contact him and see if I can actually go down into the barn while they're pressing apples. I don't know when that will be, but I don't know if it'll be just a video or if I will actually be there going live. Because it is out in the country and my phone doesn't have the best internet. The only reason I have good internet here is I'm connected to my satellite. So I'm thinking about asking them if I can go in and videotape the process. It's kind of a nice process if you've never seen it before. I used to press apples, so I know the process very well. But I don't want to ruin it, so I'm not going to tell you what it all is, but it's a nice process. Obviously, they bring the apples in by the crates. Typically, you press about, depending on the amount of cider they want, it could be 8 or 9 crates a day, could be more. Eight or 9 crates should give you roughly 500 gallons of cider. and ciders start or apples are just starting to come on. So, and typically they'll mix the quality of the apple. Well, stop or thank you for stopping in. We appreciate it. Yeah, my other phone for some reason would not connect to the internet. I tried to do my live on it and it said live and then it said going and it didn't give me the option to turn my camera or any of the other things that it's supposed to. So I just said, no, not today, and threw it off to the side and got this old trusty one out. But I am going to get a. I'm thinking about getting a GoPro because like I said, I'm going to go rock collecting and also I'm going to be doing the cider mill. And I just think it'd be easier to do the camera work on a GoPro or a handheld camera. Who knows? I might decide to do something like that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do quite yet. I'm thinking it over. But I appreciate you dropping in. Make sure you hit that like as well on. And this is Miss Dakota. She's a love bug. She's got hair on her nose. She's been shedding for 4 weeks. My vacuum has taken its last go around, so I have to get a new vacuum thanks to this monster because all this hair goes everywhere. She's been shedding for about 4 weeks, so she's almost done. It's going to be a day trip, and I'm going to the state park, and unfortunately, you can't take the dogs to the state park. Okay, I appreciate you stopping in, your mom. And thank you for hitting that subscribe button. We appreciate. Well, the first trip will be Lake Huron, Saginaw Bay, because it's only like 45 minutes for me over there. And then probably the end of the month or the start of September, I'm going to go over and do Manistee, Michigan, which is about an hour, 2 hours, 215 minutes from me. To get different. Sorry about that. I got the phone. But I take the dogs to the local lakes where they can go swimming. Might do that one day. The only problem about doing that is they get extremely wet and Odie's fur retains water and then he has to come home and get a bath, which he absolutely hates. Or who are you growling at? Who are you growling at? That's not a good girl. That's not okay. You don't growl. No. And JK, if you don't know, the show dominance, you take your finger like this and push their snout down and they get that story. They get that you're in charge and you say, no. JK, what part are you in Indiana? Is that correct? You're not very far. I know that. Yeah, if I say bath, oh, you see, Odie, he reacted. He knows. You want a bath? You want a bath? Odie, you want a bath? I'm not giving you a bath. Come here. Oh, you're not very far. I have family in Lexington. My nephew and his wife live in Lexington. My nephew's wife is a doctor at Lexington University Hospital in the dialysis unit. Go get him. Go get him. He wants to play. Okay, I can't remember the highway right there that you take from Indy down to Cincy. When I was a truck driver, I drove that a few times. And then the highway you go from Cincy into like over to Louisville. I used to live in Radcliffe, Kentucky, which is about an hour south of Louisville. I do miss the flea markets down there. I used to go to the flea markets all the time. But you couldn't get me to go to the one in Chiefland. Oh, I know the area from being a truck driver, so I don't miss that life. I don't miss having to carry shower shoes and a bag to take showers at truck stops. I don't miss it. I missed a lot of family engagements during that time frame. You see all this hair, and she just doesn't stop. Dakota, go. Go on. What's Odie doing? What's Odie doing? Yeah, when you're driving OTR, you, the saying is if those wheels aren't turning, the pocketbook's draining. Meaning the only time you're going to make money is when those wheels are turning. Because you don't get paid for sitting. You don't get paid from going home. Now, granted, I did like the free travel and seeing the United States free of charge, but it has cost that most people don't understand. And now, if I was a 21-year-old guy, instead of paying for an apartment and all that crap, I would go out and start driving truck. You sleep in your truck, and that young, you don't have to come home that often. You just take your car, put it at your parents, grandparents, or other family or friends, and put it in storage and lower your expenses and save money. Because truck driving, you do make some decent cash. I won't lie. Yeah, I'm not a fan of 75 around Cincy for sure. And I've never, ever liked Skyline chili. Yuck. I'm not a fan of it. The only thing I wish we had up here that you guys have down there I do like going to uh, Cracker Barrel every now and then. Not a lot. Now, if I'm going to a flea market, I like going to Cracker Barrel before I go. I used to go to the one in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. I don't know if you know where that's at. It's about 45 minutes south of Louisville. And you can tell I spent some time down there because I call it Louisville, not Louisville. Louisville. But I was born and raised up here in Michigan. And like I said the other day on the stream, if you like fishing, you would love it up here. And about, I think in 3 weeks, I'm supposed to go up to my nephew's place in Cadillac, Michigan, which is about an hour and a half due south of Traverse City. He's having like a little family reunion, so I probably will not live stream that time. That's family, and it's his dad that has the 2 different types of cancer. I've got family. I got family coming from New York. If I haven't said anything, I have a cousin who is a urologist. He's out at Albany. He's about ready to sell his practice and retire. Um, but he's not selling it to just anybody. His son has been working there while he's been going to get his license to practice, and he's just finished his residency as well. And so his son is taking over the practice. So the patients get a bonus because it's just not anybody that's walking in. It's my cousin's selling it to his son, and his son's getting a whale of a deal. Um, the funny thing is, I haven't said a lot of stuff on streams or anything. Um, I have a insider look at what the hails and all that crap in Florida. I haven't even said anything to Squid. Um, my cousin's sister, she is one of those things called a lawyer. She started her practice in Cleveland or Connecticut. She is licensed to argue before the Supreme Court of the United States, and she currently holds a bar card in a little state called Florida. But she's also a Catholic nun. So, yeah, I have a nun in my family, which is kind of cool. Love her to death. But I don't call her sister. I just call her cousin Liz. But it's awesome. She's an awesome person. She just never got married and never had kids. What's funny is when she decided to sell her practice in Connecticut, because she had a major insurance company that she was their main firm that handled all their legal items. She employed over 35 other lawyers. And She started it in her house, and she kept adding on to the house as she added lawyers to add offices. Like I said, she had like 35 at one point. She walked in one Monday morning because she always had her staff meetings and said, I'm selling the firm. The first one that meets this price can have the firm. 2 hours later, she got an email from two of the partners, junior partners, and they had already went to the bank, got the check, and asked her to go to lunch. Well, they didn't realize that the price she was asking included the offices and the house. She literally went back after lunch, cleaned out her office, and packed up all of her stuff out of her house and moved it to a storage unit and jumped in her car, and she went and found a bread and breakfast that she bought and ran for over a year. She also went to school to become a pastry chef. She's very highly intelligent. And then she turned around and sold the bread and breakfast and moved to Tampa and started a practice, and she built it back up to what the one in Connecticut was, and she also was that same insurance company's lawyer for the state of Florida. So, and then she decided to stop doing that, and she became a Catholic nun. Ironically, she's back in the Tampa area, but now she's working for the church. So, you just never know who you're going to find on the internet. And I haven't told a lot of people that because I don't want to bug her with find information about bubbles or what the hells or what. I'm not in. She has everything else going. I'd rather just sit here and take care of these pups and enjoy life. Ain't that right, Dakota? Are you a good girl? Are you a daddy girl? Who's a daddy girl? Who's a daddy girl? Odie, are you a daddy boy? Oh. Shut up, Ode. Take it. Take it, Odie. Take it. Take it. Set. 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 Are you a pretty girl? Are ya? You promise? Who's a pretty girl? You are. Are you a pretty? What? She's not a little spoiled, can you tell? And Odie got his first. But Odie's hiding behind me as well. So if he takes longer, she has to go through me to get to him. Yeah, the only bad thing about going rock hunting Michigan Department of Natural Resources does limit each person to 25 pounds of rock a year. Well, if you have a good day, you can have 10, 15 pounds without even trying from one site. So if you're going to, say, go to Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, and Lake Superior the same year, you can very easily go over that 25 pounds. There are a lot of really valuable rocks in the Great Lakes. One of them is Petoskey. What Petoskey is coral from back when this area was a sea that's in one rock, and it's difficult to describe, but like it has little eyes and there's multiple. And if it once you find a nice big rock and you polish it, that goes up in value. Um, Petoskey stones can be anywhere from a few $10, $15 to a few hundred to 1,000 or more. They're very valuable, and I actually sent the expert a Petoskey stone. And lately, Jeremy and Travis have been talking about Petoskey stones as well. If you've never seen one, look one up on the internet. They are very beautiful stones. And like I said, they carry their weight in gold. And I'm going to start polishing stones that I find. And I got to have a hobby to do over the winter. So I think I'm going to start tumbling stones and also hand polishing stones. Help fill the long days of winter. I also started volunteering at a low income food distributing site that once a month they put a box together and people drive through their parking lot, and you put one box in everybody's car and they move to the next car. There's always the needy that needs something, and I'm just looking to fill time. I can do that without being penalized. I am on disability because of driving truck and falling out of that truck, because those steps, they tell you 3-point contact. Well, when those steps are wet and or slippery from snow or ice, I don't care what kind of shoes you have on, boots, whatever, traction wise, you're going to fall. And it's not the fall that hurts, it's that sudden impact. I have fallen on my knees numerous times. I do have degenerative knee disorder. They want to replace both of them, but I don't want. I live alone with these two dogs, and there's just no way I can cope. And I'm not giving my dogs up for surgery. They're my kids, aren't you? Dakota, are you daddy's big girl? Dakota sleeps right next to my bed, and Odie will crawl up in bed. He's up and down all night, but he pretty well sleeps with me. But Dakota is always watching. What you doing, Ode? You're jealous because he's by the things in my pocket, huh? Sit. Sit, Dakota. Sit, Dakota. Sit down. Sit down. You sit down, big girl. Sit. You sit down. Sit. Sit down. Sit down. You better sit down. Stay. Dakota didn't want to stay seated. Odie, always sitting down, aren't you, Odie? You're a good boy. You want a bath? See what I mean? As soon as I say it, he moves away. Odie, I'm not giving you a bath. Come here, Odie. It's okay, buddy. You're a good boy. Who's a good boy? Odie a good boy, huh? Is he a good boy? What? You a good boy, huh, Odie? You a good boy. Where's your ball? Odie loves to play ball and fetch. He will play all day, all night, all day. He doesn't care. He doesn't even care if it's 105 degrees out. He'll sit there and play. You're spoiled. You're spoiled too. You're a spoiled boy. Are you a spoiled boy? Are you a spoiled boy? Who's a spoiled boy? Oh, why you growl? He went to lick on Dad and you growled. Sit down. Sit. Dakota, stay. As you see, they both listen. Sometimes they don't want to listen, but I make them listen. You gonna lay down too? Lay down, Dakota. Lay down, baby. Come on, lay down. As you see, Odie's over there laying down, and Dakota's right at my feet laying down. She's laying on one of my feet, actually. So it's just a lazy day, and like I said, I thought I'd jump on and talk for a little while. Yeah, I got to get out here and finish mowing. I'm going to start or mow the other parts. I do the side yards at the same time because the little electric mower I have, the charge will mow for about 40 minutes. And then it will need to be charged. So what I do is I will mow the two side yards tomorrow morning. I'll charge the batteries during the afternoon, and then late afternoon I'll get out and mow some more. And then the next day I mow the outer edge of the property. Keeping it short, like I said, we keep it short purposely to keep the fleas and the ticks away. But yeah. And my zucchini this morning had all kinds of flowers. And I didn't see any pollinators out, so I went and got a Q-tip and I pollinated for about an hour this morning. because your zucchini will not flower unless they get pollinated. And Q-tips are a good way to do pollination. Same with your tomatoes. Yeah, I think I killed that cherry tomato completely off. I see some new shoots on it though. So I think I'm gonna chop out the branches that are um, dead or don't have any new life on them. I do have more tomato shoots I can put in there. I did put 2 new tomato plants in there, and they're doing very well at the base, but up top you can see it's a little sparse. And then I have a tomato over here that is starting to ripen. So I'll have a tomato sandwich this week or next week. Um, yeah, I do a lot. I primarily eat everything that I make. Hey, Squid, how are you? 48 away, baby. We're getting there. I thought I would do a live. I don't know how to do a redirect. I don't know how to do that on my phone, or I would do that and feed into your stream. I apologize. Maybe you can shoot me a message in your Discord on how to do that. I did try to do this live on my other phone, but for some reason it wouldn't let me do my live. It just said going live. It didn't give me the options to flip my camera or do the orientation, not for children, none of that. I just was like, what the fuck? Pardon the language, guys. Hey, Squid, I came up with a couple of ideas. Tell me what you think of it. Oh, okay. So I'm close. Um, I'm thinking about going to going to Saginaw Bay. That's Lake Huron, and looking for rocks. You know, there's a lot of valuable rocks in Lake Michigan and all the Great Lakes. Because you used to live up here, you understand that. And then I'm also going to do a live at Uncle John's cider mill, and I'm going to contact him about going in and actually watching the process from the floor. Those are 2 of my ideas. And then at the end of the month, next month, don't tell her what, that I'm going to Uncle John's or I'm going rock collecting. Because at the end of the month, I'm going to Manistee, Michigan, which is almost directly across from Milwaukee, and also doing rock collecting there. Well, you understand Uper? You know, come to the UPA. What part of the UP were they in? Do you remember? The UP is God's country, folks. If you've never been there, it's well worth going. And when I said come to the UPA, it's come to the UP. Hey, the Great Lakes is awesome during the summer. If you've never been here, it's well worth it. Squid can tell you it's very beautiful. But squid was from the other side of the lake. Okay, I know exactly where that. Have you ever been to Mackinac Island, Squid? Mackinac Island is in Lake Huron, and 7 miles around there is horse and buggy, bicycle, or right, left, right, left. In other words, there's only like one or two vehicles on the island, and those are uh, emergency vehicles. Actually, Pence caused a uproar when he went to Mackinac Island, and Secret Service took the motorcade to the island, and all people were very highly pissed. Marquette. Marquette's beautiful. Have you ever been to the locks? If you've never been to the Sault Ste. Marie locks, it's well worth going on vacation and going there. Anything to do with the UP, the Upper Peninsula, is beautiful, folks. And if you go to the Upper Peninsula, go rock collecting on Lake Superior. There are so many rocks up there that are so valuable. I'm going to be primarily looking for Petoskey stones when I go. Ispanin, yes, I know it well. Notice I said it correctly. Yeah, and a fact that a lot of people don't know about the UP is, or the state of Michigan. State of Michigan actually has the most lighthouses of any state in the United States. And Squid, I'll tell you something that I just told JK a little bit ago. Um, a fact that I keep secret to myself. I kind of know a lawyer that started out in Connecticut and now she's in Tampa, Florida. I kind of known her for a long, long time. And actually, she is actually also a Catholic nun currently. The reason I know her so well is she's my cousin. I keep that to myself. I don't advertise that. And so now you understand a little bit when I say stuff. If I wanted, I could find out everything about what's going on with the Hales case straight from her and or Bubbles, your buddy, because you know he's always watching. But I decided to do my live when I seen that you scheduled a live today. So been doing a lot of AI for doing my post. And Squid, if you haven't seen my short of Dakota taking a nap, it's like 15 seconds. It's so funny. Oh, no problem, Squid. We appreciate you jumping in, and I'll see you over on your live. I'll be over there. Yeah, but I don't want to be bugging her all the time for information. So that's why I've not said a lot to anybody. There's only a few that know it. And make sure you give a banana to little squid, baby squid today. And get her a puppy soon. Because look at Dakota. And Odie's right here as well. Hey, Squid, before you do go, I got something to show you. Hang on. Where is it? Move, Ode. Squid, does this can look familiar? Does that can look familiar to you, Squid? And once you have Vernors, folks, you'll never, ever, ever drink that crap called Canadian Dry. What do you say? Tell Squid, thanks for dropping in. Tell her. Tell her. Tell her. Tell her, Dakota. Tell her. And the nice thing about the Great Lakes is it's all freshwater. You've never heard of it? It's the best ginger ale around. My grandmother, when she made her candy hams, would base the ham with this. But yes, Verner's is the best. Once you have Verner's, you'll never have anything else. I don't like Canadian Dry. It's nasty. This is the original. When the guy that made Verner's, he was a pharmacist in Detroit, and he put it in oak barrels. And when he went to World War One, he had a barrel of it sitting in his basement. And when he came home, he opened it and realized it had so much more flavor. So now Canadian or Verner's is aged in oak barrels, and it is aged for almost 2 years before it is sold. When you open a can, you always let it breathe, because if not, you're going to cough and sneeze because of the, I don't know, fumes or whatever you want to call it. It's not really fumes because they're not hazardous to you. But you get so much of a better taste. Canadian Dry is just nasty to me. It's almost like my worst meal ever, and excuse me, my worst meal ever would be a Canadian Dry ginger ale and a burger from Culver's. Ugh. I don't like either. But I don't eat out. I primarily make all my meals, especially after having stomach surgery. Squid, I had the full Roux-en-Y. A lot of people don't know what Roux-en-Y is, but I had the full Roux-en-Y. For you that don't know what Roux-en-Y is that's when they go in and cut your stomach, and they root most of your stomach to your lower intestine. So I can't take anything long term, no long term medicines, because it doesn't stay in my system that long. Oh, I can't do beer after I had my stomach surgery either. I can't do any alcohol. Because if you and I had a shot at the same time, 3 ounces, I would be legally drunk after that shot, where you wouldn't even be feeling it. Blech. Custard, I don't like custard burgers at all. I primarily do my own cooking, so. No, Odie's all upset about something. But we have a local place I go. Oh, there are some of the chicks. I don't know if you can see them. Can you see those free range chicks, Squid? I'm not a custard type person. I'd rather have my strawberry milkshake. Or strawberry malt or a chocolate malt. Can you see those chicks now? They're running everywhere. They are free range. They are just over 3.5 months old. Or, that's not right. Almost 2 months old. And as you see, they're getting big. Come on. What else? Well, interesting. Dakota just went after Odie for barking at the chicks and knocked him down. Now she wants to play. See what I got to put up with, guys? Get him. Get him. Get him. Get her, Ode. She knocked you down. Get her. Get Odie. Odie, what do you see? And I like doing my lives out here because then these two can get all their energy out as well as do their business. That's why Dakota's not on camera right now. There's Odie. Dakota, you finished? Did you do your business, young lady? I don't have any more, or you would get one. Plus, you've already had like 5. They get treats every time they do their business, but I'm not going in the house right now. But I'm going to end the stream here in about 7 minutes. And everyone, please go over to Squid's stream. She starts at, I think, 7:25. And hit that like and support Squid and Baby Squid and Mr. Squid as well as Mama and Papa Squid. Dakota, what are you doing? Dakota, come. The only plants I don't have within the fenced off area are hot peppers, jalapeno, and other hot peppers. I don't eat them. I'll grow them, and I'll put them on my honesty table. For you that don't know what an honesty table it is, It's where you put your produce that you can't eat out in front of your house. You put a table out, you put a coffee can, and you can tell the price you want, or just tell them to be honest about what they feel it's worth. And that's the honesty table. I should have a lot of zucchini, summer squash, tomatoes, maybe some green beans. I do have green onion growing. I'll have cucumber out there as well. So I just, instead of letting it all go bad, I'll just throw it out front. And I'm out in the country, so country folks understand what it is, and so they'll stop by and get the vegetables that they want. Um, when I go to the cider mill, if I can get some apples at a decent price, I might pick up a bushel or a peck or a couple pecks and put them out on the table as well. Yeah, when the chicks start laying, we're going to have eggs for days because at that point we will have 14 laying hens. Currently, we have 5. And farm fresh, free range eggs are very, very, very good and valuable, and a lot of people want them. Look at Dakota. She a good girl. Are you a good baby? Lay down, Dakota. No? So, guys, in about 4 minutes, I'm going to float over to Squid's channel. I appreciate y'all dropping in this evening. My lives are about my dogs, and I just talk whatever comes out, comes out. I will say I do go to the Artesian well down the street from my place, and that's the only coffee I drink. That's the only water I'll drink for my coffee pot. It's better than well water. As you see, Odie's being a good boy. Odie, are you a good boy? What? What, Ode? What is that? Get him. All right, guys, I'm going to end it and I'll float over to Squid. And I ask that all of you go over and support Squid. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out and hit that like button as you enter Squids. I'll see you all there. Have a blessed evening. Thanks again. God bless. Have a good week.